Namaste, I'm Shashi Gosai and welcome to the YouTube channel Simple Hinduism, which is dedicated to simplify the Hindu religion, culture, fasts and feasts. Now, Hinduism dates back more than 5,000 years, and during its long history, there have been other religions that use the basis of Hinduism but took off a few ideas, made a few modifications and evolved into a new religion. One such religion is Jainism, which evolved around 6 BCE. In 2005, the Indian government ruled that the minority religions, for example, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Jainism, is part of the major Hindu fold of religions because it originated from the Indic areas. On 30th January 2014, the government of India awarded the status of minority religion to the Jain community in India. Jain is derived from the Sanskrit word called Ji, meaning to conquer. It refers to a person who's conquered his inner passions, which is anger, attachment, pride, and greed, and got infinite knowledge. This enlightened person is called a Jaina, and the followers are called Jains. Jainism, which has approximately 6 million followers, is considered the most peace-loving religion in the world because of its strict doctrines against non-violence. Jains do not have a historical founder. The first Jain was Pershiva in the 7th century BC, who founded a community that was based on the abandonment of all desires and possessions. The main differences between Hinduism and Jainism are: Jains promoted asceticism, they abandoned the Vedic rituals, and they renounced the domestic and social action. Jainism core belief is based on liberating the soul. They believe that the body and soul are two separate entities, and you can liberate the soul by leading a life of renunciation and harmlessness. The spiritual ideas were guided through 24 leaders, with Lord Mahavira, the last Tirankara, who gave the present form of Jain philosophy around 6 BCE. Mahavira was the son of a chieftain of the Kshatriya or warrior class. At the age of 30, he renounced his princely status to take up the ascetic life, and he spent the next 12 and a half years following a path of solitary and intense asceticism. He converted 11 disciples called Gandharas, who further spread the teachings. Mahavira is believed to have died near modern Patna. Two of his disciples, that's Indrabhuti Gautama and Sudharma, who both survived Mahavira, are regarded as the founders of the historical Jain monastic community. And the third, Jambu, is believed to be the last person to gain enlightenment. All Tiranthakaras were born as normal human beings, but they achieved the state of perfection or enlightenment through meditation and self-realization. They then became the spiritual leaders of the Jains. The main principles of the Jain Dharma are non-violence, many-sidedness, non-attachment, abstinence from sensual pleasures. Devout Jains take 5 vows. Firstly, non-violence, truth, not stealing, celibacy, and non-possessiveness. Now let's have a look at some of the Jain beliefs. So firstly, the supreme rule is non-violence. Every act by which a person directly or indirectly supports killing or injury is seen as an act of violence, which creates harmful reaction or karma. They are strict vegetarians. Strict Jains do not even eat root vegetables, for example, potatoes, onions, roots, and tubers, to prevent injury to small insects or microorganisms, and also to prevent the entire plant getting uprooted and killed, since the bulb is seen as a living being as is able to sprout. Jains will wear a mask and will take great pain to ensure that they do not harm or kill any living animal, including insects. Thirdly, humans, plants, and animals contain living souls. Each soul is of equal value and should be treated equally with respect. The function of souls is to help each other. This makes them more emotionally intelligent. They develop empathy with whoever they meet. They're forbidden to drink alcohol due to its detrimental effect on the mind and soul. Fasting is a way of life to enter the mentality of self-discipline to control the hunger and overcome desires. Fourthly, there are no gods or spiritual beings that will help humans. it is based on self-help. All souls who have achieved the natural state of infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite perception are regarded as God in Jainism. Fifthly, they believe in reincarnation and seek to attain ultimate liberation or the release of birth, life, rebirth cycle. To accumulate good karma that leads to better rebirth and a step towards liberation. The immortal soul lives forever in a state of bliss. Sixthly, the liberation or moksha of the soul can be achieved through paths of four jewels. Correct view, which is faith, accepting truth of the soul. Correct knowledge, undoubting knowledge of the tattvas. Correct conduct, behave according to the 5 vows. Correct asceticism, which is belief in ascetic practices. Jains believe that it is possible for a human to attain knowledge of self and universe through a sixth sense of the mind. The exact procedures are written in the sacred texts. Number 8, they do not believe that universe was created but was always there. Number 9, they do not believe there's a creator, governor, judge, or a destroyer of the universe. Number 10, Jainism has no priest. They're led by monks and nuns who lead a very strict ascetic life. Their daily prayers can be done at home or in wooden temples and largely focus on chanting mantras. It has 2 main divisions. Digambaras, who reject clothes and live naked as they're not allowed to have any possessions in order to live a totally ascetic life. The nuns wear simple white clothes. The Shwetambaras, who wear thin white robes. Monks and nuns depend on charity. It's the duty of each Jain to provide food and basic necessities to the monks and nuns. They're only allowed to eat between sunrise and sunset. The heads of monks are bald because each strand is pulled out as a form of penance. They believe that the soul has 3 qualities: consciousness, bliss, and vibrational energy. The vibrational energy draws karmic particles which gets attached to the soul, which travels with the soul in rebirths. The cycle of rebirths have a definite beginning and end. So what is Jain philosophy? So the Jain philosophy recognizes that the universe is made up of souls or living beings called jiva, time and space are jiva, matter which is aggregate containing color, taste, smell or touch. Karma flows through the soul called asrava. Karma gets attached to the soul which is called bandha. Forms of good activity which is punya. Forms of bad activity which is called pap. The fact that flowing of karma should be blocked which is samvara. The fact that karma that has flowed in should be annihilated which is nirjara. The fact that once all karmas have been eliminated, final liberation from the cycle of rebirths takes place, which is called moksha. Self-realization or the absolute truth is a path to salvation. Jains believe that we go through 8.4 million lives, which is the cycle of samsara, the cycle of life and rebirth, through 5 types of bodies: earth bodies, water bodies, fire bodies, air bodies, and vegetable life. Harming any form of life is considered a sin with negative karmic effects. Souls evolve to a higher or regress to a different state according to the karmas. And if any act has been done by evil intentions, the soul will never be liberated. And the liberated soul will attain moksha and will stay there forever. Jains believe time is eternal without a beginning. The cosmic cycle of time rotates non-stop. The interaction of time with the universe, our bodies and matter is what dictates our life, our rebirth and moksha. Jains believe that the correct knowledge is based on perception, inference and the testimony, which is the word of the scriptures. Knowledge is further divided into 5 kinds: enlightenment, scriptural knowledge, sensory knowledge, clairvoyance, and telepathy. Well, that was Jainism, which although evolved from Hinduism, has got its own distinct qualities and principles. I hope you enjoyed listening to a little bit of Hinduism. I will be bringing some more. Please do log on and leave a feedback on my YouTube channel, Simple Hinduism. There's more information on the website simplehinduism.com. This is Shashi Gosai in London, Simple Hinduism. Thank you.